What's going on, everyone? Gig Accountant here. My name is Naz. I'm a licensed CPA in the state of New Jersey. I'm also a gig economy worker and a cryptocurrency investor. So I want to talk a little bit about adoption news, and this is a little bit of an old story from June 19th, but I think it's still worth reading it over for my own knowledge and to help spread the knowledge to you guys. So this one article is from CoinDesk, and it's regarding Cloudflare. So, Internet security provider Cloudflare announces an Ethereum gateway. Internet security provider and this article is from Daniel Kun. Internet security provider Cloudflare is introducing the Ethereum gateway to its distributed web gateway toolbox, enabling users to interact with the Ethereum network without installing any software. This is part of Cloudflare's distributed web gateway project to expand the decentralized web ecosystem and enhance its reliability, speed, and ease of use. Instead of downloading and cryptographically verifying hundreds of gigabytes of data, an impossible task for low-powered devices and those with low technical barriers to entry, the gateway enables any device with web access to interact with the Ethereum network. Okay, sounds like good news to me. This setup will make it possible to explore the blockchain and add interactive elements to sites powered by Ethereum smart contracts. In fact, the gateway gives people the ability to put new contracts on Ethereum with having to run, I guess it means without having to run a node, because Cloudflare will take a signed transaction and push it to the network, thereby allowing miners to cryptographically add it. Despite the value Cloudflare brings to the gateway clients, the service is completely free. Nick Sullivan, Cloudflare's head of cryptography, explains that the program leverages the existing Cloudflare network, and which already provides a number of free services. Sullivan notes it's too young a system to introduce costs, but there may be revenue opportunities down the line. For now, the company's modus operandi is to expand the access and utility of smart contracts to the uninitiated. In a sense, Sullivan's suggested Cloudflare is doing it for developers and ecosystem at large to show computing can be done differently. By providing gateway to the Ethereum network, we can help the users make the jump from general web user to cryptocurrency native, eventually making using the distributed web a fundamental part of the web internet. Jonathan Hoyland wrote in a blog post. Though Cloudflare sees itself as only one access point among the constellation of gateways that already exist, meaning that despite the added speed of its back channel, it will not become a centralized authority of the chain. Currently, newbie visitors to the gateway's website can interact with an example app, but the ambitious should access the RPC API, where it's possible to do virtually anything available on the Ethereum network itself, from examining contracts to transferring funds. Despite ambitions to break down the barriers to distributed computing, Sullivan said, the majority of Cloudflare users are hobbyists. This is not to exclude the number of independent bloggers, image sharing websites, and technologists that leverage Cloudflare's IFPS gateway. ETH and IFPS are big names in a very small space, the crypto space, but in the broader audience, they're not very well known, not commonly understood, said Sullivan. Part of this announcements to help elevate the profile of these protocols to help solve problems with distributed computing. Okay, I think that this is fantastic news. It is just one more way to help with adoption by providing a gateway point for users, the less technically inclined users, to be able to access the blockchain in a more simple manner. So I think this is good news for Ethereum. Cloudflare is a major company in the space, so this really bodes well for adoption. So Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much else to say about this, but it really shows that Ethereum is on the radar of these major companies. So there is development going on currently. The prices have been really volatile these past few days. It's gone up to the almost $360 point for Ethereum, and for Bitcoin it went up to nearly $14,000 before retracing down to where it currently stands, Bitcoin at the $11,000 range, and Ethereum at below $300 where I currently saw it. But reading these news about adoption makes me feel more comfortable and more able to ignore all the price volatility that is currently ongoing, because I could see that there is real world adoption taking place and real world development taking place with the blockchain, with Ethereum, and it makes me more comfortable with my investments. So that's all that I got to say regarding this. I'm just want to leave you guys with a quote, and this is a quote of the video. It's a quote from Warren Buffett, and the quote is, "Never invest in a business you cannot understand." So that applies in all areas of life. So, hey, this is the blockchain, cryptocurrency. Don't invest in it if you don't understand what you're investing in. Because if you don't understand what you're investing in, that leaves you a open target for scams like BitConnect or any other number of scams that have run through the crypto space. So that's all I got to say right now. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm a licensed CPA in the state of New Jersey. I provide accounting services, tax preparation, planning, and consulting work. If you're in the need of any of those, feel free to engage me. My rates are subject to change and at my own discretion, but I currently charge $100 per hour. So, all right, guys, be safe out there. Go make that money and have a great day.